Just your emotions after these two games, both of them winnable in the third period, and yet you were unable to pull them out.
Yeah, I mean, disappointing is the first thing that comes to my head. I mean, I felt we were ready, and you know, again, even tonight, I mean, it didn't, you know, a couple bad turnovers end up in our net, but the guys never quit. You know, we battled, and then unfortunately, you know, you get back-to-back fives, and it pretty much ends your night. But, you know, tip my cap to our PK, but just disappointing.
Yeah, that first period may be a microcosm of the season. 20-some seconds in, Mason hits the post. They get 2 goals really out of nothing. At that point, they lead after the first period.
Yeah, I mean, similar to last night. I thought we played better in the first last night, but again, you know, just the way it goes. That's the way hockey is. Sometimes you got to fight through that stuff, and you know, when you're fighting it a little bit, it seems to maybe hit the post instead of going in, and then all of a sudden, a couple turnovers, and that's all they needed. All of a sudden, it's 2, and you're like, what just happened?
You guys didn't give up a goal from their power play, the most dangerous power play in collegiate hockey. How well did you guys play out there tonight?
Well, I mean, I said it in the locker room. I mean, one, we can't put ourselves in that situation. I think we did a pretty good job all weekend of being disciplined, to be honest with you. And then, you know, obviously 2 calls there, but our PK was dynamite right to the end. I mean, they had their top power play out there right to the buzzers. So. You know, our PK dug in and did a great job.
You guys get an off week next week. Are you going to use that for like a mental reset for the team?
Well, I mean, you know, we can't forget these guys are student athletes. I mean, you know, it's time to dig in the classroom. They'll get a few days off from us, you know, to recharge, take care of schoolwork, and refresh and get ready for a 6-game run here before the playoffs. I mean, it's that time of year. I don't care what the record is. It's an exciting time of year, and playoffs for us start in 2 weeks.
Patrick, I asked Scooter this last night about playing from behind and how difficult that is. You got back into the game and yet not able to sustain the momentum. But how difficult is that to play from behind all the time?
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough. You know, I think we kind of gave them their goals, honestly, with our turnovers. And like you said, you can't really turn it over against a team like that. But, you know, I felt like for the majority of both games, like from behind, we were there. Like, we were in their zone for the majority of the time. They were kind of running around, and when they had the puck, they were just dumping it out, and we were on them the whole time. But like I said, it's kind of tough just to come from behind, and I mean, we had our chances, and I mean, kudos to their goalie. He made some good saves, so we just got to bear down and just work on the stuff in this off week.
Again, with that open weekend, what can you take from this series and moving ahead?
I mean, we can just really look at the video, what really went wrong with our game, and like I said, we have a bye week, so we have nothing but time to just work on what didn't go well and just moving forward, just play the right way against Wisconsin next weekend or the following.
The second period, you guys, the momentum that they had going into it, you guys were able to shut that down. How big was that? I know it didn't result in the win, but to go into the third period, you guys got that first goal in the third period too.
Yeah, I mean, we always knew they were going to give us a push at some point during the second and third, and just the way we responded was great. We matched lines all night. I think the guys did a really good job against who they were paired up against. And, yeah, just like I said, I thought we had it, but just a couple of bad turnovers didn't go our way.
Really, for either one or both. 8,100 last night, 8,700 here tonight. Just a little bit about the crowd here.
It's the rivalry, right? Like, it's definitely the biggest rivalry I've been a part of, and it's really special to get everybody here and just to cheer us on. It means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, kudos to the student section. Kudos to everybody that showed up this weekend. It just, you get goosebumps when you walk out and you see the crowd and the electricity. You know, again, I go back to the first thing I said, just disappointed that we couldn't get them a win. Because we know how important it is to us, but I know how important it is to them as well. Thanks, you guys.